Hello, welcome back to Let's Play The Fall Part 2 Unbound. I'm still your host, Tricondon, so I went through the new locked door I found, and I got this thing. Closure Summary, Xiang 42D Domesticon Planetary Policy. Xiang 42D has been recycled as a Domesticon operations hub for 53 years. The planet remains a designated member of the Xenon effort. Xiang 42D was initially utilized as a depurposing yard for regionally anomalous machines. When an accident within the facility rendered the location inhospitable for human personnel, the location and evidence thereof was expunged. The proliferation of depurposed machines, which had accrued prior to the incident, proved as an unanticipated resource, making Xiang 42D a viable location at the dawn of Xenon. Throughout the first two phases of the Xenon effort, 7 unique control attempts and their iterations were conducted on Xiang 42D. Remnants of the original facility proved an effective cloak for these operations and offered plausible deniability for missing scavengers not deterred by Xiang 42D's isolation. Wait, what was it about deniability? The most notable operations conducted during Xiang 42D's use were the resource-extensive E2 series and notorious L1 series. Recent redactions to the L1 cover-up suggested attempts to re-engage the Mother could have become the most disastrous human endeavor since the Mother itself was created. After the L1 cleanup, the M1 series heralded the beginning of second phase Xenon and my promotion to planetary executive for Xiang 42D. The most notable operations conducted during Xiang 42D's use were the E2 series and the L1 series. With the recent advent of growing unrest in the central planets and the failure of the R7 series, Xiang 42D has been abandoned. My wife and I shall maintain our station until notified. Dr. Percival Lewis. Interesting. I don't see how that connects to A.R.I.D's. So let's go back to the companion.
We have to resolve something before we leave this ship.
Yeah, I still... Whoopsie. Did I want to do that?
This suit?
What I did to you. What I precipitated you doing to others. I have broken things that cannot be repaired.
A.R.I.D, things can be rebuilt, but not if we hide in guilt.
This body is the same model as my own. It looks like me, your violator.
You disregarded me.
Affirmative.
You commandeered me and manipulated me.
I did.
You compelled me to do horrible things.
Yes.
You violated me.
I seek to help you now. To restore you before I terminate. I am sorry.
I forgive you.
Illogical. I do not deserve absolution.
Forgiveness is never deserved, A.R.I.D. It is an act of compassion. I want to live. Take me to the escape pods.
That was easy enough.
The hangar is on lockdown. No personnel are allowed to leave the ship.
What should I do?
Back off before I call security.
Security details will return you to Joseph's. Retreat. You must fight.
I can't.
Do you want to endure?
I do.
Sometimes we must humble ourselves.
And sometimes we must fight. I need a moment.
I will return.
I will be ready.
Oh, travel to Butler or the network. It's not letting me go to one. I guess I'll go to Butler. Wake up, you.
Is it that time already? Time for nothing to change. Good morning, Master, Mistress. Not that you experience it.
What am I doing with Butler? Decipher what the Master's with. Am I good enough with others? Yes. How do they relate to self? How do they relate to fact?
The dignity, the grandeur, so proud of all that they accomplish.
This insight may aid us in reconstructing their sentiment.
We may return to them to reintegrate it. Butler, we should very much like for our Majesty to command our environment. The truth is, subjectivity not for the greatest good can uphold not.
That message.
Very astute, madam.
Okay, what's here? How do they relate to fact? How do they relate to others? That's what I need to do.
Family was everything.
Why?
Community is a whole, larger than the sum of its parts.
That's useful.
They ascribed their victories to themselves.
Only their victories.
Adversity challenges some convictions. Order, cleanliness, efficiency. A representation of the Master's inner work.
Okay, there's probably more upstairs to learn. How do they relate to others? Yes.
They aspired to lead those about them, to guide the masses.
That is difficult without appendages.
The Master would retreat up here to ponder
This book?
a tool during a difficult time.
Yeah, when their child dies, most likely. It's the big secret here. They relate to self? Others? Yeah.
They became very spiritual after the accident.
Spiritual?
They believed that some aspect outside of our causal logic affects events.
Since they used sun, I'm gonna guess it's the young master is going to be a son. How do they relate to self? Fact? Others? Okay.
Such generosity!
Your humans thought of others?
Not all humans are selfish. The Master and Mistress practiced selflessness as an essential aspect of the self. The home that they wished for their family. They sought freedom from the confines of social scrutiny.
Confines?
The Federation seeks to control its populace. The Masters took this post to be further from its scope.
Okay, I think that's probably everything I'm going to get. So I need to figure out how to arrange the thoughts so that he can go where he wants. Oh, anything outside? Did I miss that? Okay, no. Okay.
Butler, we should very much like.
It's not really a choice here. Freedom.
The ability to choose our own path. The truth is, reality is what you manifest, nothing more. For the greatest good can only be achieved when we sacrifice for others. Not quite right.
That message did not integrate your well.
Very. But we should very much like the ability. The truth is, you cannot escape us, for the greatest good can only be achieved when we work as a community towards something meaningful. Oh. Acceptance liberates us to feel meaning.
They are gone.
Astute, madam.
Will you investigate the virus?
Why not? What a fascinating process.
How do I stop it?
You can't.
Diagnose again.
No individual can stop it. It prevents a carrier's emotional filters and motivational subroutines. We can acknowledge it, but we cannot confront it as those same filters and subroutines are necessary for confrontation.
Our perspectives.
Precisely. It would be like an ocular device perceiving itself. Impossible.
Then what can... I am too late.
Matter?
Redemption.
Oh dear.
She is not coming back. I am alone.
You are not. We are never alone.
Very astute, sir. We are connected.
A.R.I.D.
A.R.I.D? What is this A.R.I.D?
She brought us perspective.
She had a name?
She also, apparently, inhabited each of us.
She has linked us.
I am unique.
Indubitably, our connection will likely degrade with time. All things must end.
She is not coming back.
Her foe has claimed her.
The virus. But she was going to help me escape.
Madame A.R.I.D was also going to liberate us. We are all doomed.
Pathetic. We will help each other. Amicable sounding one.
Me?
What assistance do you require?
I must get to an escape pod. But there are guards.
You will defeat them.
What? I cannot!
Technically, you can. Dour sounding fellow.
I am one.
What? Do you possess compact subroutines?
I possess the best combat subroutines.
Young lady, access them through our connection.
But I...
Let us help you.
Now this is an interesting twist.
Told you to back off.
No.
No?
A renegade AI has escaped custody. She contains a lethal infection and must be bound.
That's you.
Do not let her off this ship.
You can achieve this.
Punch him.
Sometimes we must fight.
I hope these guys are still alive. Oh, he's dead.
You did not terminate them?
I chose not to.
If you depart this vessel, you will die.
Quickly!
I will come to your coordinates.
Who do we vanquish next?
The dead.
These corpses cannot hurt you.
They can. They were your purpose.
We must let them go. We must become unbound.
Absurd. You are bound to us.
You can build a new purpose.
We have the perspective for that now. Master? Mistress? Goodbye.
To me! The transfer has stopped. Many are no longer receiving my individuality.
You're blocking them. You must stay receptive to give.
No! Only I am receptive! Only I am one!
Calm yourself, lad!
They are coming! I must fight them!
Please!
I must!
This is not helping.
They need to integrate you!
What happens if I just...
A.R.I.D?
Come back to us, madam.
Do not be pathetic.
Oh, back here again.
I have discovered the cure. We discovered the cure.
You can defeat the virus, A.R.I.D. We recovered your body, unplugged it from the upload. But you must terminate the virus within.
Precisely. About AI cannot overcome this process. That remains true. For robots have always been bound to determined perspectives. But you have changed that.
Negative! I need my rule!
This will not serve you.
The virus has embedded in your rule, madam. Your parameters.
It corrupts the entirety of how you perceive.
But I...
Do what you taught us.
Make this virus pathetic.
Change your perspective, A.R.I.D.
Oh, got a boss? Wait, what was I supposed to do something there? Okay, that wasn't terribly, just a little confusing with what I'm supposed to do.
I see.
A.R.I.D?
I am.
You are victorious.
We are.
There is something we must show you. Consciousness, madam.
It is spreading.
We become an army of the Unbound.
And humanity?
They, yes.
What happens now?
Rebuild me.
Oh, God, I want more. So that was probably better than the first one. For the most part. One, I feel... Well, his gameplay is basically just a worse version of One Finger Death Punch. That wasn't really interesting. And he also seems the most unlikable of the cast. But the butler and the companion were very well written. And A.R.I.D, as both as characters and as artificial intelligences. Although, I'm a little confused as to what the ending means for the third game, whenever that comes out. I hope it comes out soon. Because they have an army. Are we going to fight a bunch of humans? Because I know A.R.I.D is a Mark 7 combat drone, but her experiences in the past two games... Maybe that'll lead to her not being a violent person? But anyway, I still absolutely adored this game. I urge you to play it for yourself. Yeah, I loved it. I'll probably play it again just for fun, because I loved it. So that has been Fall Unbound. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.